Thank you very much for inviting us to be part of your conference on innovation. We know how important this topic is, and we know what a rich conference you have planned. We really appreciate this opportunity to share with you some of the research and experiences and thoughts that we have about not only the trends of innovation, but the trends of how we enable innovation across the organization with every person.
Let's start with a very basic question, and that is, what is innovation? There are hundreds of definitions of innovation around the globe. One of our favorites is that innovation is a process of putting new and creative ideas to work and generating a benefit. Sometimes we like to really simplify the definition of innovation, and that is doing something in a new, better, or different way. When it comes to the topic of enabling innovation, we really like to expand the definition of innovation to a proactive, conscious act of co-creating your future.
Now, innovation truly is a top 3 strategic priority for executives all around the world. The Conference Board, a preeminent research organization, has found that CEOs see an inseparable link between customer centricity, talent and human capital development, and innovation. And CFOs have told Deloitte that innovation is one of the last best means for nonlinear growth. KPMG has also issued a very interesting report about how human resources is becoming an important driver of a culture for innovation, for winning companies in which every single employee has a role and responsibility to be innovative in their work. And of course, that means that innovation is no longer just for products. It can also be for customer satisfaction and business models and quality improvement, and even innovative ways to develop your talent.
For over a decade now, organizations are branding themselves as innovative leaders. Like Eaton, a 100-year heritage in innovation, Procter & Gamble, innovation leadership, or Cargill, the future of innovation is now. This branding is not only a push internally within the organization, it's also a pull from customers who are expecting organizations to be highly innovative to meet their needs.
Now, another trend is called open innovation. You see, knowledge is expanding so rapidly in this complex and fast-changing world, it's virtually impossible that in your employees you'll have all the knowledge and wisdom and talent that you need to be innovative everywhere and every time you need. And so companies are reaching outside to their stakeholders, their other professionals, to their customers, and involving them in co-creating the innovations they need to move forward.
Another trend is what we call innovation enablement. Innovation enablement means giving people the knowledge, the skills, and the opportunities they need to be innovative. Innovation enablement has grown through 3 different versions. Version 1.0, the purpose of business and innovation is to increase shareholder or owner wealth. With innovative projects, they're given to experts and specialists. The innovation competency building is focused on key people in critical functions. With Innovation Enablement 2.0, the purpose of business and innovation begins to expand to wealth creation and power with both shareholders and employees. The innovation projects also expand to, like the entrepreneurs, those who have that initiative to take a concept and do something with it. The innovation competency building is also widely expanding, and it's typically very unrelated interventions around the organization.
Now, with Innovation Enablement 3.0, we expand even further so that the purpose of business and innovation is now the well-being of all stakeholders, not just shareholders. And innovation projects are given to everyone because everyone is expected to be innovative. And finally, innovation competency building is more integrated so that the models can be used across functions and across cultures. And of course, Innovation 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0, as different versions, all exist today, and they all interrelate and actually all add value.
Senior leaders are realizing that enabling innovation across the organization with every person is a big responsibility. And so there is a trend that these senior leaders are recognizing that human values are critical, a critical foundation that they need for what they're innovating, how they're innovating, and why they're innovating. Now, human values are those positive qualities of good character that you find in every culture across time. It's those positive values that we all have within us as human beings. Research is showing that values are no longer the soft subjects. They're actually the hard stuff that organizations need to be successful. What research is showing that organizations who are strong with their values, they're having actually a 70% greater growth in market value than their peers.
Now, we're always on the lookout for companies that excel not only with innovation, but also with the human values. They've got that strong foundation. Some of those that we see are like Autodesk, Novo Nordisk, Genentech. Unilever is one that we especially like to note because as an example of Innovation 3.0, they've defined their vision and their business model itself in three ways. First of all, of course, the growth of the business, but also reduced environmental footprint and an increased social impact. And they're typically known as one of the top 20 most innovative companies in the world, but also as an expression of their values, they're also known as being the employer of choice in over 30 countries.
We hope you've enjoyed this review of global innovation trends, especially related to enabling innovation. Innovation is a top strategic priority. Innovation enablement is expanding from 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0.
Winning companies do have cultures where every single person is expected to be innovative. And finally, human values do focus our energy on innovating for the highest benefit of all. So thank you very much for being with us today, and we wish you all the very best in your conference.